This is only going to be for you if you have the will for it. So use your discernment, scroll along if you're not feeling called. This is going to feel like something that you really desire deep inside of you to understand and know. We're going to ask what's holding you back at this time. And if you can't tell already, all the blocks are coming up. We've got some energy here, so let's find out what it is. What at this current time is holding this collective back from their highest self and highest state of being? The energy got softer, so that's good. Alright, so we're starting this reading out with opposing opinions. Now, this is only going to be your reading if it kind of feels like it's going to be pretty evident. Like, it's going to feel almost like I'm reading the in-between lines from your diary. That's kind of how it should feel if this is really for you. It's going to feel like something that, like, maybe you didn't write exactly these words, but it's things that you've either thought or that you've been feeling deep inside of you that feel like in-between lines, right? Okay, I'm gonna get one more. More than one came out, of course. All right. Sorry, I get so irritated when there's hairs everywhere. Distracts me. Okay. So the message that I'm hearing first has to do with opposing opinions, and it seems like since our question is what's currently holding you back at this time, I'm actually hearing that it's not just like a classical opposing opinion. It's actually constructs of society that either you grew up around or are embedded deep within your system. I'm getting an energy that you've already done a lot of shifting in your life and transforming, and the reason that this is coming up is because it's almost like you've hit the new level of what you can almost like uncover. I was hearing unbirth or I don't know why that I was hearing that word, but it seems like you've hit this new level where you can dig a little bit deeper into yourself right now, and it's almost like you're also at a place that's really secure that you don't know if you like want to dig deeper into yourself because you're like actually kind of good too. But there is opportunity here if you do fight and dig into the part of you that is triggered by opposing opinions or perspectives. And I think that this is going to tie back into how people perceive things that you create, or certain perspectives that you have, or specific, I'm also getting like specific things that you do and how they're categorized. What's the word? How they're categorized. Why can't I think of the word? You might have to tell me if you can think of it, if you're here. It's like out of the ordinary. It's like taboo, that's the word. Okay. You may do something that's a little taboo. You might even also actually relate with being a bit of a black sheep, because I feel like this would only be coming up for you if you do kind of challenge the norm, or if you do kind of exist between the lines of society, because you're adding more diversity to the world and more proof that it can be done in different ways, and that those almost like that labels, you might really struggle with labels too, but you're kind of one of those beings that's proving that labels don't really matter, or it's unnecessary, or it's just something in society that's kind of like a low vibrational. And that also might be like one of those examples. That could be something that literally 444, as I said that, that could be one of those examples of things that like kind of you can dig a little bit deeper into because there's something there that you can work on, right? And then the next thing that I have here is that there's some kind of, ooh, this is so interesting. I've never had these cards together. So we have the Five of Pentacles reversed, which is actually a beautiful card. And then the Ace of Swords. So there's some kind of truth that can come to light in regards to your rise. I feel like this has to do with the fact that you're a black sheep. I'm getting this energy or this message that feels very prominent, and that it has to do with the fact that you're rising in an uncultural way or a taboo way. I don't know if uncultural works in that sentence, but yeah, like there's almost like this sense of like, there's like truth to the way that you're rising, and it's also bringing light to these, again, to challenge these label systems, to challenge the concept of how people are meant to be and how people are perceived. And to be completely honest with you, I'm getting this strong energy that like your journey hasn't really been super easy. It's really, really hard to be a black sheep. It's honestly almost a little bit exhausting to like I'm feeling this for you right now. And it's very much for you if you're still here at this point. I always say that because like when you get 6 minutes into a video, like if you're still sitting here feeling a little bit of the ugh, you know, like the ooey gooeys, then it's very for you. But again, like I feel like your journey has just been like almost a little exhausting. Like it's almost like you've been working so hard, and not even just that you've been working physically, but like I think that you've been really working on yourself for like majority of your life, and you just like keep working, and it almost feels exhausting because there's always, when you're existing within the taboo concepts of the world, it's almost like you're not meant to be fighting, but it feels almost like you're fighting. And that's this energy. Like it almost feels like you're fighting the world, because like the whole world just like, or like the concept of society kind of doesn't agree with like taboo nature, taboo being. But it's really necessary for us to like dive out. Like here's the thing, you're probably a very important person in history, because to actually be a black sheep and be someone who challenges, and not in a basic way of like challenging in a community setting with a ton of people behind you, but like challenging by being the person who always walks away and you're the only fucking one, you know, like you're the only person. And you almost have probably even been like told this again through other people, that like no matter what it was throughout your life, you were the first person to be like, this is wrong, like this is off, something's wrong about this, something's weird, and you would walk away, but not a single other person would, right? So this is going to feel very true for you. And it's kind of exhausting, but the thing is that it's meant to be easier. So it's meant to like get a little bit easier to exist within this taboo world, because you get to a point where you release these constrictions, because there's almost like a sense of like learning. I'm hearing The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, but I don't remember who it's by, but that guy that wrote that book is really, really good. It's kind of that concept of like slowly letting go of these perceptions, and like just learning to let them like itch you a little bit less, so it doesn't bother you. And that's going to help you like step a little bit more into the ease of existing from a taboo perspective, and allowing yourself to be the true black sheep that you are, which does cultivate an entirely new path and field for other people to then walk down. And it is quite a large like purpose to be a black sheep, like it can feel like a lot of the time. And the angels are just telling me to tell you that like at this current time in your life, it is just very important to rest assured that all of these moments that you have chosen to walk in yourself, even if you were completely alone, they are walking a path for many, many, many others to walk down at some point. And even if it feels really difficult and hard, it is a gift that you're providing for others, even if you can't see it at this current time. So digging a little bit deeper into giving less of a fuck is kind of the energy that's coming here that you can work on right now. And it might feel even triggering just to hear those words where you're like, I don't want to work on giving less of a fuck. Like I already don't give a fuck, but like there's still a little bit of you that's like gonna feel like you're fighting a little bit with that, because there is part of you that still gives a fuck, babe. There's still part of you that like, as much as you're working through this, you're learning a little bit less and less as you're growing in your human body to basically just like rise from the inside instead of caring how others respond to you. And I think that that's kind of the energy that's like more of what needs to be focused on. I was trying to get this message through fast, but it's just not coming through fast. But yeah, like just really work into yourself. And one more thing that I really want to hint on that's being told to me, this is like definitely something present, but it's that you just oh my gosh, it ran away. It was like, I'm like, okay, bye. Okay, well, I guess that's all that I'm gonna say then, because this was the end of the video anyways. I love you. I know that it can be difficult at times. Time is a gift. Time is something that is going to help no matter what. Don't pressure yourself to shift too quickly or at a certain point, or don't force yourself into giving less of a fuck. No matter what happens, you're doing perfectly, and time is going to assist you in giving less of a fuck anyways. Trust me. And you probably already know this because you've noticed over time you have given less and less of a fuck, and you didn't even try to do it. It just kind of happened a little bit more naturally as you dove into yourself. So keep diving into yourself, okay? I love you. If this message resonated with you, please do let me know, because I love my black sheeps. Those are my people, and I really want to do more readings with my black sheeps here. So definitely let me know. I love you. I'll see you in the next reading.